Hello, today we will compare two generations of chassis from Tamiya, the TB01 and the TT02. Keep in mind that the TB01 is the grandfather of the TT02, with previously the TT01 and for all the TB family. The two chassis looks familiar, but with some significant difference that we will review. So in first, the central transmission. On the TB01, we got a steel central shaft mounted on ball bearings, fully stock. But if we look at the TT02 stock, we have a plastic central shaft mounted on plastic bearings, replaced on my car by an aluminum one. But as you can see, on my car, we have a lot of optional parts. So it's for me a clear TB01 victory for this first point. Number two, both have a bass frame chassis, but an higher one for the TB01, more protective. TB01 victory for rally use. Number three, battery retainer. If we look at the TT02, we have a big plastic part. It's very simple but efficient. Now on the TB01, we have just a blocker because the battery is stuck inside the chassis for one side. And we have just one plug to put to block the battery. It's more practical. Next, number four, overall weight. Both cars are exactly in the same configuration. No ESC, no battery, but everything else. So my TB01 is weighted to 1,136 grams, and my TT02 1,040 grams. So my upgraded TT02 is about 100 grams lighter than the TB01. Full stock, the difference will be a bit tighter, but the TB01 will stay the heaviest. So a TT02 victory. Number five, motor access. On the TB01, we need to remove a lot of screws. We need to remove the rear train because the access is very limited. It takes a lot of time each time you have to access to your motor. It's not very simple. If we look comparatively at the TT02, we just have some screws to remove, and it's much more practical. TT02 victory. Next, the material quality feeling. It's a victory of the TB01 without any doubt. The TB01 feels much more robust with an overall higher grade feeling. Number seven, chassis height, so the distance to the ground, to be simple. The TT02 offers a significant higher chassis height than the TB01, with more possibility to increase the height of the car. Clearly, TT02 victory, more adapted for rallying. Number 8, selling price. The TT02 with an ESC is sold for 92 euros. Regarding that, the TB01 without any ESC was sold for 120 euros. So the TB01 was much more costly, but it's logical regarding the difference of quality between these two chassis. So if we make a conclusion, the TT02 is an access low-cost chassis delivered with an ESC when the TB01 was a middle-grade chassis with its steel transmission and ball bearings. This difference of quality is always notable more than 20 years after the TB01 release, but the TT02 is more modern and adaptive, lighter, higher ground clearance, motor accessibility much more easy. So don't think the TB01 is much better. In fact, my upgraded TT02 is a better car than my TB01. The fact is that a TT02 will become a great car after some critical upgrades, mainly focused around the transmission. So bye bye guys, next time we will review all critical op-ups you need for your TT02. Bye bye guys.